Well, it's been less than a week since the UK made the historic decision to leave the European Union, and it has a lot of folks wondering, how does this vote that happened half a world away actually affect me? Here to break it down for us is our financial guru, Scott Martin of Kingsview Asset Management. Do you like that, financial guru? Can you go with
guru on a day like today. Keep it up. So far, so good.
All right. So it's Friday and yesterday, the Dow goes down 900 points. I mean, people are scared to death about that. But today, a little bit of a rebound,
a couple
right?
hundred to the upside. So when you lose 1,000 or so and get a couple hundred back, I guess that's relatively good. The market reaction was very swift, though. I mean, when you talked about the drop of 900 or about 1,000 points, I mean, that was like this. It was straight down. There wasn't a lot of reprieve. So the other thing to think about, too, going forward, I think, Corey, is what is this new regime of the Brexit, of the European Union, which, if you think about the European Union, that's the biggest economy in the world. It's bigger than the United States, all those countries put together. So that fear of them breaking up and changing trade deals, slower economic activity, actually impacts our 401k, even though it's thousands of miles away.
So what do? You can't do anything, can you?
You can't. And I actually think some of the experts, okay, let's use that term loosely, are going on TV, not me, and saying, don't look at your 401k. Don't worry about it. I think that's bad advice. I think it's in times like these to look at your 401k. You need to take a look at how your investments are performing to see if you can stand the pain. See if they're performing up to what you think they should be doing. In light of Buddy Ryan's passing, sometimes you need some really good defense. So don't be fearful of bonds. Don't be fearful of cash. Don't be fearful of gold either in your 401k if you have the option to do so, because that stuff has actually gone up, believe it or not, in the last couple days.
Okay, let's talk about some other ways that this whole Brexit thing might affect us. Mortgage rates. There was a lot of fear that interest rates would be going up. Right now, though, that might not be the case because of what happened, right?
The fear has been that interest rates are going to go to the sky for many years now. What have they done? They've gone down. So if you're out there looking for that car loan, if you're looking to refinance, now is the time to do it, because this fear that's been created from Britain's exit from the EU has actually pushed interest rates down. So the financing of the debt that you're possibly taking on for your house or your car is actually cheaper today than it was even last week.
All right. More specifically, what about somebody who might travel to Europe on business, or perhaps this weekend on vacation, England or Europe? This is not a bad thing, right?
It's a great thing. Yeah. It's actually now time to maybe ask your significant other for that trip to Europe.
Yeah.
Because what happens is when there's economic strife overseas, when there is actually what's called a depression or a decline in the currency value of the euro, of the British pound, that makes our dollar, believe it or not, worth even more money. So you go over there and buy a plane ticket, you spend money on a hotel, food, drinks. It's actually cheaper for you now than it was just some weeks ago when you were thinking about maybe taking that trip with your friend or your significant other. So I would recommend making that trip to Europe, because I actually probably need you to come over and spend some money, because everybody's worried about the economy there.
All right, let's all go to Europe. Scott, good to see you as always.
Good to see you, Corey.
Keep up the good
work.
Take care.
Our
financial guru, Scott Martin. All right, let's talk a little weather.